Have you ever thought about why people stay ahead on Spotify? Why people get so much attention on Spotify? What's good, my people? You done now, we do this thing. Baggy made the beat. Here with another episode. How to market on Spotify. Right, let's go straight into it. So you've got a new release. You've uploaded it to the platforms. Spotify receives your music. Now what you do is you sign into your Spotify artist page, and that's where you see your statistics and you see everything, what's happening from listens to streams to your followers and your top songs that are getting more attention. Now guys, be aware when you submit your music, so just say you've got something coming out in a month's time. Now there's a little special tool that Spotify has which allows you to pitch your music to the editors, which means that it gives Spotify a chance to review your music, and if it's successful they will put it up on their big playlists. And I would say you have to submit it a week before your actual release date. So good tip, what I will do is as soon as you file your music to go out, I would check Spotify 2-3 days after and try and pitch your music to the editors, and you've got a good chance of getting on Spotify playlists, which will boost your music career by a good 80-90% of new listeners, and maybe people follow and stuff like that. So yeah, remember when you're releasing music on Spotify, guys, Spotify is an amazing platform which we all know you get paid for your streams. So all guiding and getting people over to your Spotify is easy said, but not really easily done. Now, when you pitch your music, your best bet is to get like a landing page. A lot of platforms provide a page like where you can pre-order or pre-save the song before it actually comes out. So people will have your music saved in Spotify, so as soon as it gets released they will get a notification that your music is now out, and which allows them to then go and listen to your music on Spotify. Also a good idea is actually researching playlists. So just taking a couple hours on Spotify, looking at playlists, seeing what they play. Does your music suit the playlist? Try your best to contact the creator of the playlist and get it actually placed in their playlist. There's so many different opportunities Spotify offer which allow you to increase your fan base. Now, basically, more followers, more streams go a long way on Spotify. Now, there's a lot of promotional tools. Like, for instance, you can hook up your Spotify to your Instagram, connect them so you could, post and do things in that sense. Spotify how they work is the more your music gets played, or the more your profile's been viewed, the more likely you are to be recommended in playlists and go kind of at the top of the table when people, are on certain playlists or randomly selecting tunes off of Spotify. Now, I know some of you already know this stuff, but it's always good to refresh the brain. Now, some people won't have a Spotify for artists. Now, if we go back to what I said, log into your Spotify, and that's where you see all your data and everything that happens in your Spotify. That is Spotify for artists. So you need a Spotify for artists account. Now, it's obviously said, like, some people thinking, okay, like, that's obvious, but you'd be surprised how much people have stuff up on Spotify but don't actually have an artist Spotify page where they actually log in and see all their details and everything that happens on their Spotify. Now, Spotify will basically, when you log in, there is a page which you can click on, which is called Music, and it basically says songs, releases, playlists, and up and coming. Now, basically, playlists is where your music will be featured in other people's playlists. Releases also is where you would see your latest releases and stuff like that. But yeah, I would recommend, once you've got like music out, I would recommend sharing your Spotify profile at least 3 to 4 times a week, whether it be the same song or something new, or creating a playlist with your music on and sharing the playlist for people to follow the playlist and enjoy the music with some of your songs slotted in. Social media, you can't go wrong. People say, oh, well, I don't have a big following. That's why they call them hashtags. Now, you would be so surprised what a hashtag can do. Now, hashtagging will put you in a hashtag which is relevant to what you're saying in your post, and you'd be surprised how much people will bump into your posts that do not follow you. Quite a lot of strategies that you can take. Also, I forgot to tell you, when you pitch your music for Spotify to review, to put you in a playlist, you can only pitch one song at a time. So once you pitch that song and then that song gets released, it will then allow you to pitch another song. So yeah, Spotify should give you a little bit more leeway with that, but that's the way it functions at the moment. And also, when you release your music, always remember to put your artist pick. Now, what artist pick is something on your Spotify page which highlights a music production that you put to the top of your page. It's really highly recommended when you release something to put it straight to the top of your page, or you can feature some of your old music or somebody else's music. But it's really highly recommended that you put your new release there. Also, on Spotify, your banner can do a lot of amazing things. If you have a website, I would suggest putting your website link on your banner with good graphics and good content. The about page, make sure you're very, very decisive of what you're talking about in your bio, and just get to the point. And also, don't forget to add your social media links to your Spotify about page. You can also add concert dates, when your next up and coming event. And there's so much you could do with Spotify. Just like take the time to at least once a week to go through your data, see what's working, what's not working, and just keep promoting, guys. Keep pushing. When you think something's not happening, a door will open. Trust me. Just keep on promoting. And Spotify have good information on their homepage. When you sign into your artist page, they have a lot of information which will allow you to set a successful release up and just follow the guidelines and the steps, and you're good to go. That's it from me from now. Baggy made the beat. If you like this beat in the background, you can visit my website and license music for your YouTube. If you've got a new record that you would like to produce, new release, anything, I'm here to help, man. I'm here to do this. It's all good. So I'm going to salute every single one of you. And if you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe, guys. Hit the notification button down below. It's all good. Let's do this. I'm off. I'm gone again.